So, good afternoon, girls. Good afternoon, Giselle. We were just talking about the need to keep up with tasks. And this is the first reminder in the class today. Remember, we come to class to work in class. So we really need you connected and taking advantage of the time. The more you do in class, you take advantage to work now, the less you will have to do extra by yourselves. But remember, we're going to accomplish a portfolio in this module. So I need you to work constantly and on every task that is uploaded to Educandos. So this is our week organization. Remember that tasks are uploaded to Educandos. There are forums as well. You completed the forum last week, to which I am commenting. Remember, you have a percentage of the final grade accounts for this participation. So I really invite you to participate, comment to your classmates, and fulfill that requirement. Then the tasks, so if you don't work in class, then you have to work on your own and finish the tasks on your own. So that is why we agreed we were going to work in class. Yes, so again, the portfolio is in the main page on Educandos. So you can download it from there and start completing it. Start just filling in the tasks. After I read them and I see they are complete. I have seen only 2 tasks. I think 2 task 1 that have been uploaded to the task on week 1. So please bear in mind, I really need to see the task as each task. We cannot just go with the tasks and done. So check task 1, the first week, you accomplished that. We checked in class some of the issues, some of the topics. So please try to complete task 1. So I give you feedback and you can upload it to the portfolio. And then task 2 was the task you were working with last week. Finishing with last week, so the same. The task has been created on week 2. So the same with this task. You need to receive formative feedback. So I invite you to upload it to the task created on week 2. Okay, so these are the 2 tasks we have up to now. We're going to do task 3. We started some revisions, some discussions last week that you're going to see now. We're going to revise some of those discussions, and you will complete the task 3 today in class, working in groups. So you're welcome to come to class and work. One thing I needed to remind you of is, oh yes, I need to, okay. So last week, we were working with some methodologies within the realm of communicative language teaching. And you presented, you made your presentations, which were great presentations, by the way, about different methodologies. Yes, so we talked about task-based, situation-based, presented by Paola and Vanessa. Situation-based teaching and learning, which was difficult to find, so great, congratulations that you looked for information. Daphne and Catalina presented on literature-based teaching and learning. Krishna and Giselle about project-based, and Phoebe and Javier about problem-based. And they were great presentations. I am giving feedback to your infographics in the forum. So I also please recommend you to participate in the forum, since that is also an item of evaluation. So comment to 2 classmates work, in this case, infographics or graphic organizers, and earn those grades. Okay, so did you receive task 3? Did you all receive task 3? Girls?
Yes.
Okay, so you all have task 3, that's okay. And so we are going to start with the revision, since we do so every class. So last week, as I was announcing, we were talking about different methodologies. And this is roughly what I also introduced, even when the handwriting, the font was tiny, but you could still see here what I mentioned. Remember that one of the sections you needed to analyze was, so we were analyzing methodologies, yes, but we were also mentioning theories, making connections to theories. So theories are the greatest realm, ¿sí? Este como un reino más grande, and the theories, yes, contain all of the other circles that you can see here, just as a bigger container, we can say, like the matryoshka, the dolls, the Russian dolls, la muñeca rusa más grande, la que está fuera de todo, engloba todo, that is theories. And last semester, we talked about behaviorism, cognitivism, and constructivism as theory of learning. And therefore, everything we learn from then onwards, whether they are approaches or methodologies, belong to this bigger container, yes? Therefore, that was the analysis that we were doing. That is why when you talked about approaches, that's communicative language teaching, we were also making connections to the theories. And when you talked about the methodologies, we also made connections to theories. Everything should be aligned, yes, so connected somehow. So if we were talking about project-based, problem-based, situation-based, and literature-based, all of these methodologies to teaching foreign languages are related to, we said, yes, communicative language teaching, since the focus is on communication, on using the language for real communication, not only to analyze the language, but to communicate in the language. And therefore, all of these methodologies connect to which theory from here, from the outer circle? If I am talking about project-based, problem-based, situation-based, CLIL, and the ones we also talked about last semester. Which do you think is the theory that is also connected to communication, working with others, exchange information? Remember, we mentioned that 2 weeks ago.
What is the question, teacher?
Yes, if we are talking about all of these methodologies, which is the theory they are connected to? So these theories, these methodologies connect to communicative language teaching, and with which of these theories?
Constructivism.
Constructivism, yes, we are learning with others. We need to connect to others in order to learn. So every class we are making these connections, yes? So these methodologies connect to this approach, and they connect to mainly constructivism and a bit of cognitivism. In all of these in all of these methodologies, we need to connect to others, communicate, exchange information with other people. So necessarily, we are learning with others, yes, and we are creating, yes, knowledge, putting knowledge to the test, let us say, making connections in our brains and solving problems in general. It's not only in problem-based. Therefore, we connect these methodologies to these methodologies to those theories. So always keep in mind, this is like dolls, one within the other, or like concentric circles. One, the outer one, the bigger one contains the smaller ones, and so on and so forth. Yes. So just for you to bear in mind, to think you're always making these connections with previous knowledge, something you know from before. So always in whichever situation you are, always think, okay, how is this related to the theories? How is this related to what I learned, to what I read about? Okay, and now this is your turn to remember a little bit of what we were talking last week. So for example, just any project-based or no problem-based? Who were the ones in the Phoebe and Javiera? Phoebe, are you there? Are you okay, Phoebe? Good afternoon. Are you okay, Phoebe?
Hi.
Hi, okay, nice to see you. Nice to see you.
You too.
Okay, Paola as well. So, okay. As if we were playing for money. Who remembers? ¿Quién recuerda algo? Remember about problem-based. Problem-based in relationship to activities or role of the teacher.
Individual work.
Individual.
Like
only individual.
investigations.
So there are different kinds of work. Yes. Individual work, especially in investigation. Investigation or research about the topic. Yeah, individuals also. Yes, and then what other kind of activities can we have in problem-based?
¿Cómo?
And what other kind of activities can we have? Only individual, or do you share with others? Do you share with
could be in group work too.
Group work, yes, to share with others.
Yes, students solve problems between them.
Yes, to share information and to solve problems among colleagues. Yes, to share information and solve problems. Yes, remember that. All of these methodologies are based on sharing information, exchanging information with others. Yes, no, we are not working alone. We have overcome that that system of work that students work alone, isolated from one to the other. Even in exams nowadays, exams from Cambridge University, for example, the oral examinations are taken in pairs. So just to give it, just to bring this idea of exchanging information with others, even to a situation of examination. So that is very, very interesting, I think. So how methodologies and even exam taking techniques have been changing and adapting and having innovations. So that is why I was saying yesterday that for the world events module, we were going to have an exchange of information between classmates when we do the oral examination. So that is something interesting to do. And you are also giving more support to the students, thinking as teachers, in that you're giving this real situation to your students to talk about. Okay, group work to share or exchange information. Yes, and solve problems. Yes, excellent. Any other project-based? Which kind of activities? Project, any people from project? Representatives from project-based or literature-based? Just as revision.
In literature,
In literature?
examples of activities are creative writing, acts related with drama activities, oral communication, thinking skills,
yes.
discussion,
Yes,
related with
exactly.
reading.
Related to reading, exactly, oral activities. And we have seen these activities in videos, even with children of very beginner level, at early beginner level, are invited to participate actively in literature-based teaching. So oral activities based on reading. Yes, reading. Yes, excellent. And project-based, of course, have a special organization of activities in order to carry out a project with a result, with some kind of outcome. Yes, so some kind of result. In the problem-based, the result is the solution of the problem, or try to get nearer to the solution of a problem. That's why it was developed as a methodology for teaching in different areas. Okay, and well, the teacher, you have come to an agreement. I think all of the groups said similar, said something similar. The role of the teacher is related to mainly, what does the teacher do in general, in all of the methodologies?
Bring them the support and something like that.
Offer support, yes. Offer support.
Confidence.
Yes. Organization, yes. Organization of the tasks, yes. Yes, and helps develop confidence. Excellent, develop confidence. And we have been talking in world events classes about developing confidence in speaking, and also how teachers are always supporting, yes, from behind, giving support in syntax, how to organize sentences, how to support vocabulary activities, and so on and so forth, so that students can develop confidence. Yes?
And another point related with literature, teacher offers a variety of books to improve the reading.
Yes.
And improve the discussion and the kind of activities.
Yes, exactly. So we will write this here. So I think this is across in all of the, so I think this goes across. Yeah, so in all of the methodologies, but if there is something specific, we will write in developing confidence in developing language knowledge and skills. And skills, yes. And here the teacher offers variety. Yes, there are many decisions that teachers need to take. And remember, as part of the task today, all of the considerations and decisions teachers need to make whenever presenting a topic, some materials to the students. And that is something you do you do forever. I have been doing for 26 years. So how am I going to present this piece of knowledge, this information, this text to the students? Yes, and this is something you will do as well every day of your working life as teachers. Yes, so this is what Catalina is explaining here is also across all of the methodologies. Yes, but in this case, it offers a variety of books. Yes, makes decisions. The teachers make decisions on which books to offer students, how to grade their how to grade the books according to the proficiency level of students, the amount of vocabulary, as we saw yesterday with Professor Chuck Richards, the amount of words that you need to know in order to be at a certain level of proficiency. So all of these decisions are in charge of the teacher. So there is a lot of responsibility there. But of course, the teacher is not at the center of the class. Even when there is a lot of responsibility of what he does or she does, she needs to be or he needs to be supporting, yes, to a side. And the center of the class be focused on the students. A variety of books to read and support discussions among others, and support discussions among other activities. Other activities. So now that you are at the point of beginning thinking of your planning, you are now wearing the hat of teachers, and you will be in the position of doing all of this that we are saying here. Yes, being the organizers, the supporters, but also bearing the responsibility of deciding on the materials, on the vocabulary you're going to teach, activities that you're going to organize. Yes, so we are paying attention to that again, and we will start with work group with videos today. So we are here again at this same learning outcome, implement communicative methodology and activities related to it to facilitate the teaching of English as a foreign language. And this is something that we do along the module. So first, group work. As a warm-up, we are going to divide. What is this? Oh my gosh. Oops. Oh, I need the videos. Okay. So, doesn't matter. So I am going to look again for the PPT with the videos. What you're going to do here is we're going to divide into groups. Video one will be, group one will analyze video one. And video one, you will need to analyze students' age, skills development in English, yes, which all of the considerations, which decisions have been made by the teachers when deciding on that activity. Yes, okay. Analyze each video according to the following consideration by teachers. Okay, a big question. Oh, I need to continue writing here. Oh, no, it's not this one. The question is, which decisions have been made by the teachers? So which decisions have been made by the teachers? So for example, according to the student's age, why they decide on these activities? Which age are the students? How are the skills developed? Yes, or which skills are developed? Yes, and that's related to the age as well. Which prior vocabulary knowledge do the children need in order to do this activity? Which prior content, topic knowledge do they have? Which is their proficiency level. Remember, we talk about the Europeans talk about letters, yes, A1, A2, B1, B2. In American English, it's in general, beginners, intermediate, or advanced, and students' interest. Yes, so each group has the same list of considerations, and I will check again. So I changed the PPT and the websites were changed place. So sorry about that. I am going to share the considerations, the list of considerations, so you have them on the chat. And now I will share the videos, okay? Welcome back. So we will talk about different things in this first video. So, okay. So these are called warm-up activities. Yes, and then we will discuss a little bit about warm-up activities. But first, I want to listen to you about which decisions have been made by the teachers when thinking of these activities. So in video 1, what have you watched? Who wants to share?
Teacher, ¿presentamos
Yes.
o
Yes,
escribimos?
Yes, you want to present, you want to show something, or do you want me to write?
Sí,
Or I
vamos
will.
a hacer una cosita chiquitita para que los
Alright.
chiquillos vayan leyendo.
Okay. And then I will write here in
Ya,
the
chicas.
PPT.
Romina, Javiera, Giselle, lean.
Mhm.
Voy a
Okay.
aumentar esto porque está muy bajito. Ven, 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 ven.
Mm.
Ya.
Okay.
Chicas.
Okay.
¿Cómo hiciste eso? ¿Es en tu escritorio?
¿Ah?
Ah,
How is it? How is it? In the.
Es un programa de Office para tomar apuntes.
So great. Great. Okay. So I will also complete the common PPT so everyone has the information. Oh, okay. So Catalina will offer us a class, a tutorial on how to use this. OneNote. Oh, okay. Now I know.
Sí, es que
OneNote.
como tenemos Microsoft, como que se vincula con aparecen todas las herramientas del correo. Y yo, como soy de intrusa, me metí.
Okay. So it's great.
Ya,
Okay,
el video, no sé si las chiquillas quieren hablar.
Yes.
Yo empiezo.
Yes. Students age. Remember, age es la edad. ¿Sí? Age es la edad de los estudiantes. Pero cuando decimos cuántos años tienen, years old. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so students age is 6 years old. All right, 6 years old.
Ya, Romina.
A skill developed in English is listening and speaking through repetition.
Okay, perfect. So listening and speaking through repetition. Excellent. Yes.
Prior vocabulary knowledge, my body, elbow, nose, head, and etc.
Yeah, so the parts of the body. Yes. Is there a particular thing that you have seen of these parts of the body exactly? So it's head, shoulders, elbow, hand. Why does she say head, shoulders, elbow, hand? Why specific? Why is this so specific?
The content.
Yes, the content.
The body part.
Body parts, yes. But why these body parts? Head, shoulders, elbow, hand. Elbow, hand. Head, shoulders, elbow, hand. We know the original one. Why does she mention only this?
Because they are upper body parts for online teaching.
Excellent, for online teaching. Yes. Remember last semester we wanted to, so then the other group will also watch the video and you will see the teacher just mentioning upper part, parts of the body from the upper side of the body. And remember that last semester we were doing the same chant and we needed to stand up and show and move more in order to mention all of the parts of the body, the legs and the feet. And so this is like specific body parts. Yes, I found them very, I found that notorious. Yes, so that's why I wanted to show it to you. Body parts, yes. So prior topic, yes, body parts.
The prior content, the body part, the student's proficiency level in English, proficiency basic, because the
elementary, elementary.
Ah, yeah, elementary.
Yes.
En vez de basic. ¿O
yes.
no?
Elementary, yes. Beginners o beginner. Beginner level. También puede ser beginner.
Ah, yeah, beginner level. Because the students are young. So lo destacaba the young students. And the student is interest, movements, touching physical materials and games.
So students, yes, movement, touching, yes, and responding to instructions. Okay, yes. So, but responding to instructions should be in prior, I don't know, vocabulary knowledge also. So the students already know how to respond to instructions. So body, yes, elbow, yes, elbow. They know that vocabulary, yes. So
about my body.
yes.
Okay. Y eso sería
Yes. Then we will change with the other group. So everyone will have the videos to watch, and you will be able to see. So these are warmers for or warm-up activities for. This is a warm-up activity for online teaching. Okay. The other group, the second group. Yeah. Thank you, Catalina, Romina, and Phoebe.
Yes.
Who else?
Giselle y Javiera era el grupo.
Javiera, yes. Now Phoebe, Vanessa,
we have it
Paola.
in the chat.
We don't have a PPT or anything similar.
Well, yes.
Okay, so
I'll
you
copy.
I will copy
in
the chat. Okay, so you will dictate to me.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so you can dictate to me.
We copy in the chat our answers.
Your answer.
Yes, student ages within
7 and 8.
Yes.
How old are these activities? How old are they? How old?
7 or 8.
7 or 8. 7. Okay. Years old.
Yes.
Yeah. Which skills are they developed?
Develop in English, vocabulary, speaking, listening.
Yes, listening, speaking.
And vocabulary.
Yes, vocabulary. Prior knowledge?
Emotions and body characteristic.
Characteristics, body characteristics. Prior
topic
content.
knowledge, emotions.
Yes, emotions. Do they do something? Yes. Emotions. Proficiency level.
Normal level.
So it's beginner, elementary level, yes?
Yes, beginner. We forgot that.
Yes, and students' interests? How are they?
Talk about characteristic of the teacher.
Yes, they talk about, and they do something that is innovative. Do you think algo innovador? Yes, they talk about the teacher. And what is innovative? Why do the children like this?
Fun answers.
Yes, because they try to make fun answers. And the idea is that everything that is fun, yes, that is fun will be of interest to children of different ages. Yes. Okay. So yes, great answers. I will also complete here proficiency level with a beginner. Yes, elementary level. Yes, and students movement and responding to instructions. Yes. Wonderful. So then you will be able to watch the other video and check on this warmer. So what do you think is a warm-up? And here I have another website to share with you. What is a warm-up activity or a warmer at the beginning of the class? At the beginning or when in the class? So I am sharing the website.
Teacher warm-up is to prepare to students to new vocabulary and to be easier the learning.
They are used
to
facilitate, yes, prepare, yes, to facilitate, to prepare, yes, that is a good one. The students for learning. Remember that in school, students are doing other subjects. Yes, they are attending other subjects, other activities. So they need to warm up by start thinking in English, even if it is not revising vocabulary yet, but yes, to start thinking something different in a different way to facilitate what the teachers are going to do next. So these warm-up activities are very useful, yes, for all ages, yes. So now in your case, to start thinking again of something we already discussed, but to help you think as teachers and to help you think of the topics of this module, because we have so many things in our heads. We come from other modules in the morning, then we have to think of presentations for another module. We have so many things that we need to concentrate, to warm up. Yes, and here the British Council gives a short definition, is to prepare, to facilitate, and they also talk about cool up activities or cooler activities. Why are they called that, like that? Warm up activities and cool down activities. Versus. Why do you think so? Could you open the British Council website? It's very short, really, really very short. Why do we need warm up? Yes, to prepare, okay, activate knowledge, start thinking in English, and you need cool up activities on the other side, on the other hand, yes. Why do you think? Okay, here.
About warmer.
Yes, a warm up. We said is to start the class, yes, to start thinking, yes, to prepare. And which are coolers? But here the warmers can be compared to coolers.
Coolers, which are short activities to finish.
Yes, to calm down. Yes, if students have been active doing something, imagine there's classes in which are moving, singing.
So one of to start and the other is to finish.
To finish, yes, to give this roundup. Excellent. So warm up activities and cool down activities, yeah. Cool down activities. Yes, exactly. So that we divide the class always in different moments. Yes, we will start thinking about that as well today. So cool down activities, warm up activities. Okay, so these are warm-up activities. Get the students thinking in English, prepare them, facilitate what is coming next. And if you go to the first exercise, the first exercise in the task 3 that I shared with you. So do you all have task 3? We have some questions that we have been working with last week. So we are going to take advantage of what we were doing last week and consider those questions and answers are already made. So we have in the first section, the pre-reading, we have some questions for you to reflect. We reflected on 3 of these questions. Now I am going to share with you, and we have to reflect on the last one. And with that, we will have the first activity of the task done. Okay. Remember that we have been focusing on listening and speaking activities. And as you see, mainly the warm-up activities are related to speaking and listening, since that is what we first do when we come to the classroom. We speak to students, have some responses, a little short activity, and we're ready to start. Yes, mostly done in this way, speaking and listening. Okay, in the task 3, we have already reflected upon these questions. How much do you remember about the silent period? Please explain the basics very briefly. So we said that during the silent period, learners develop a lot of listening skills. They also learn vocabulary, pronunciation, intonation, and different kinds of discourse. Okay. Anything else you remember from the silent period that you would like to add? Is this correct?
The answer is correct because
Yes.
it's beginners.
Yes.
Learn.
Yes. So beginners. So we all go through, yes, as speakers of language 1, our mother tongue, and language 2, if it is a second language, we go under a period of silence. And in this period, we are exposed to the language. We develop our skills, develop listening, knowledge of vocabulary, pronunciation, intonation, and we prepare, yes, as speakers, as future speakers, for that moment in which we will speak on our own. Exactly. Basically, is that if there is anything else, is this moment of preparation, and that lasts a different amount of time according to the person. B, how much does the silent period impact on the development of receptive versus productive language? I think we can still complete this answer. So the silent period for sure impacts on the development of receptive skills, since that is what we do for a period of time. Yes, when we are learning our mother tongue as well. And how does that impact on productive language? Can we develop the productive skills without going through the silent period?
Probably yes, but usually no.
Yes, so yes, the speakers need a silent period to prepare their productive language. Yes, there is an anecdote by Dr. Krashen who tells about a story with a little girl, Naomi, from Japan, who was his neighbor in New York when he was a teacher there. And he wanted Naomi to repeat words in English, to repeat what he was telling her, and so on and so forth. And the little girl didn't speak on demand, let us say, yes, when he asked her to speak. And that is because Naomi was going through the silent period. So and that was the impact she needed to develop her speaking skill. She couldn't do it before. Yeah, so need a silent period to prepare the productive skills. Productive skills are all those skills in which I produce language. Yes, for example, speaking and writing, moreover. Yes, writing coming a little bit later. Productive skills. Okay, question. We did a brainstorm already. Yes, Phoebe, in 1 minute. We finish this and we go to the break. And what is the role then in listening in language acquisition? That's the last question, and then we come back when we finish.
To know the way of pronounce the new words, the new vocabulary.
Yes, listening is basic. To know how to pronounce new words, yes.
And repeat it.
New words, also in repetition. And understanding, yes, as we said here, of different kinds of discourse, different intonation. When people are angry, children immediately recognize whenever a person is angry, for example, or when they are being scolded, they immediately recognize that, yes, even when they're very, very young. That is why they have been developing these listening skills. I don't know whether this is a color, it's similar. Similar color. Okay. Okay, so repetition, and we said listen is basic to know how to pronounce new words, also in repetition, and the distinction of different meanings through words towards discourse. And different meaning through different discourse. Types of discourse. Okay, so now you go to the break, and when you come, you will keep on working on the rest of the questions. So this exercises in the task. Okay, are we clear? 10 minutes then?
Yes.
Okay, so see you in 10 minutes. 10, no, let me check. Yes, 10 to 4. 10 to 4. See you. So that you can start working in your groups with the final revision from last week. That were the problems. Remember, we considered some problems that the teacher must foresee when planning an activity. And so you talked about possible situations to be paid attention to. For example, the organization of the activity, the lack of knowledge or understanding on the part of the students. So you have this done. Yes, this is also in the task. Lack of knowledge of the students confusion. Yes, it's similar to lack of understanding, and demotivation. So we have to bear in mind, also consider all of these situations in case we need to prepare something for students. And I want to share one of the videos you watched. We are going to watch a little bit for you to tell me which problems should the teacher think of before doing this activity with little children. Okay, so we will just for clarification and also for you to understand what do we think of when we talk about problems that we need to foresee? Yes, before, to see before. Okay, this is the video. We're going to watch some minutes of this video and discuss. Okay. This is teacher Reese. Okay.
Excellent. Okay, we're going to start with teacher. Teacher.
Teacher.
How is teacher? Alex.
Happy.
Happy? Teacher is happy? Martin.
Teacher is angry.
Angry elephant?
No, teacher is sad.
Teacher is sad. Teacher.
Elephant.
Teddy.
Teacher is hot dog.
Teacher is
Hot dog. Hot dog.
hot dog. Teacher is happy hot dog. Alex, how are you? Crazy? Rachel.
Alex is crazy.
Alex is too crazy. Tina?
Alex is crazy.
3 crazy. Teddy?
Alex. Teacher.
Oh, it's just Alex is. Okay. Tina?
Alex is happy.
Oh, one happy, one. Martin.
And sad crazy.
Crazy? Okay.
Crazy. Crazy.
Big nose, big.
Crazy.
Crazy eyes. Big mouth. Small ears. Crazy hair.
Okay, sorry. The volume was a little bit loud. Okay, so if you have to think of this video, this was one of the videos watched in the groups before. So which problems should the teacher foresee before he plans such crazy starters? Kind of crazy starters between inverted commas.
Teacher, it caught me attention the how teacher, cómo lucía el profesor.
How he looks?
Yes. Y los niños como que se fijaban en eso. Dijo algo de hair, de melena, no sé. Algo así.
His long hair. Yes, but yes, he has he's well, probably the long hair can be can call the attention to the children. Yes, but I think his proposal of activity is a little bit which problems can you see with this activity? Let me check your ideas.
Describe your teacher.
Yes, describe your teacher, but using crazy language, funny language he proposes. What can happen with this crazy language, with this funny activity that is probably mentioned here, or something else you can think of? What happens with the little children?
Lo que no pasaba al menos era the student confusion, because independientemente hubiera un desorden, ellos sabían, como que no se perdían.
Yeah, they are not confused. They know the words. Yes, they understand. But you said something in Spanish. What happens with the children when they are asked to do something funny? What is the limit with the children? What can happen to them?
The limit.
Or what can happen to them? So they are not demotivated. They are motivated. Yes. They are not confused. They know the words.
What is lack?
But you said it in Spanish. You said it in Spanish. Lo dijiste en español, Catalina. Yes, so disorganization. Yes, so the activities can be a little bit disorganized and students might lose that focus, yes, when they start laughing at each other. So what can happen late? So then the video is short, but what can you foresee? That is what is this preposition here for, yes, to see before. What can you foresee? What is going to happen if you do not know how to work with these children with this kind of a relaxed atmosphere? ¿Qué es lo que puede pasar? ¿Qué es lo que yo estoy viendo con anterioridad que va a pasar? What can happen?
Students maybe the noisy environment.
Yes, so they will, everything will develop into a noisier environment. Children can lose their complete focus. Yes, exactly. So this is your greatest challenge. You need to foresee before what is going to happen with this activity if you cannot control it. Yes, if children start laughing all at the same time and that can happen. Yes, so and we see a little bit in the video that this is like this, the children are always like trying to go a little bit off focus, so lose focus. Yes, and this is something that we need to foresee. Yes, students can lose the focus. Can lose the focus of the activity, yes. Well, meanwhile, they are motivated. It is interesting, it's fun, they laugh and they are relaxed, but you need to know when is the situation not going to be so funny anymore, okay? And I think the teacher, he finishes the video very soon. And that is because you cannot keep on going for a long time. Yes, whenever you give students this freedom, this relaxation, and they think they can go off and they can get disorganized and get off of what they are doing. Yes, focusing on the topic they're learning. Okay, so just for you to keep thinking, because now you are going to think, yes, also of your own activities. But before doing that, let's go to the task. In the task, we have you have an activity as an example. We did it last Tuesday, so we're not doing that again. So all of these examples are for you to think, okay? What are we talking about when we think of problems, the age of students, the prior knowledge, whether they have or not this, the knowledge of the activity or the knowledge of contents, for example. So we did this activity last week all together, so we're not doing that again, about prior knowledge with this activity that was a pair work, asking and answering questions. So which were the previous knowledge, skills that they needed to know to do that activity. Then here is the graphic organizer with the problems that we saw that we were just working with. So you can add more So you can complete that from the PPT. And now we're going to do one more exercise, but from here it is. Yes, here it is. The same video that you were watching with teacher Reese. Yes. So that one, and we will do another one that is from a reading book, from a book on speaking activities. Okay, so I am very interested that you work with the book activities because there is an access that we have for a very short period of time that we need to use. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We are going to choose an activity from this book. Yes, from this book. And I will share, the link is here. I will share the link with you. And I need you to choose one activity. You have, it's very short. It's a very short book. We have a very short access. That's why we are going to do it now. Take advantage of the access because then it will close. I will open the book and share with you the link so that you can access one activity. Just choose any activity and do the same analysis. Yes, the same analysis that you have also in your task. And in that way, you keep on working on completing your task 3. So I will share this with you. I will access to show you. It's a kind of, this is a kind of, it's a new format. It's a different format whenever you access the link. So you cannot download it. Therefore, we need to read online for a short period of time, as I said. So we need to take advantage of this reading opportunity. And you're going to work in the groups again. Again, here it is. I will show you how it looks like. It's a kind of Kindle. Do you know the Kindle from Amazon? The Kindle system of reading books. So here it is. This is the book. Can you see? Can you see the book?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, so here it is. So icebreakers. So here you have ice-breaking activities. So you have, they were thought for face-to-face, but nevertheless, we can, some of them can be adapted to be done online. And the idea is that you analyze, yes? You're reading, you're looking for icebreakers, for a speaking activity, and you read this. How are you going to analyze it? Can you do it? What do you need to take into account in order to do it? Yes. Again, you're going to pay attention to your students' age, your students' grade level, skills development, prior knowledge, topic knowledge, proficiency in English, and interests. Okay, so you have the same in your tasks. If you want to, you can continue working in your tasks so that you keep on completing your tasks. So this is a video we did last class. You can do it again. This is the video by teacher Reese that we just saw. So again, you analyze this and you will analyze 2 speaking activities from this book. Okay, so you will start doing that now. How long? 10 more minutes, do you think? Will be enough?
10.
10. So that is the analysis I am asking you to make. So the meta-analysis, do you remember when I go beyond the description? I'm not describing the activity. I know I can read the activity, but I need to think. Can I do this activity with my students or not? So this is what we can do together here in this analysis. So students' age in 2 truths and a lie. Which age? How old should they be? Students' age.
11 maybe.
Yes, probably
12.
11, 12, 13. Yes, so older older students in elementary school here in Chile, for example. Adolescents as well, adults, yes, your age. Yes, okay. Then skills. Which skills do you develop in this activity?
Speaking.
Speaking, yes, skills development, exactly, speaking. Listening, of course, listening, exactly. And it is an icebreaker. Catalina was explaining, so it probably is only listening and speaking. We are not doing writing or much reading. No, it's just speaking and listening. Perfect. Then prior vocabulary. Which vocabulary do they need to know?
Food.
So you're asking?
Related to any topic.
So they need to have many topics, knowledge about different topics. For example, about personal lives, likes,
Likes.
Personal lives, yes, likes, dislikes, I don't know, processes, where, place of living, activities.
The birthday.
Birthday, yes, personal information, yes, personal information about a person, personal information, activities, jobs. So you need students that have at the least finished the 6th grade or around 6th, 7th grade in elementary school here in Chile, according to the bases curriculares, because we were working with them in the English practicum. So they might have this knowledge about, and also knowledge about food, about parts of the house, apart from personal information, health, also health. So yeah, they need to know about different topics. What else is very important in this activity? So in order to discover which is the truth, which are the two true sentences and which is the lie, the false one. What do you need to do in order to discover this? Because you're talking to a person. Let us say a person presents two truths and a lie. And what do you do in order to get the information? What do you need to do? You're not reading. You're not writing.
To think.
No, for example, if I write my sentences and you need to discover my information, what do you do with me? There's no reading. You're not going to read anything, but you need to discover the truths and the lie from a person. What do you do?
Make them question.
Excellent. So you need to know to ask questions, and that is an important piece of knowledge. So students need to know how to ask questions. So that's prior knowledge, important prior knowledge. Yes, knowledge, prior knowledge, yes. No, knowledge of how to ask questions. This is an important topic. How to ask questions. And that is something students develop along here in Chile, along elementary school when they are learning foreign language. To ask questions. Yes, excellent. And what else? Proficiency level, what do you think? That can be not only one. For certain, not little beginner children. Yes, no, they cannot do this. Why? Why little children, beginner level, cannot do this activity?
Because it will be a little bit complicated.
Yes, because of the previous knowledge and the vocabulary they need. So proficiency level, can you do this? You can do this activity, for example. So, which is your proficiency level? So you're here, no, you're here, no, where are you?
What is it? In the middle?
Intermediate,
Which
yes. Intermediate, yes. And there might be low and upper intermediate, yes. Yes, excellent, intermediate and advanced, yes. So advanced level students can also do this. It doesn't matter the age. Remember that you might learn at a different speed. Let us say, yes, in a bilingual school, probably students 14 to 15 can already be advanced or upper intermediate. Here in a school in our area, probably that would be older students at that level of upper intermediate or advanced. Okay, so this is the idea. Take the example from this PPT and you can complete your task by reading these two speaking activities. Can that be, can this activity be done in online classes, for example? What do you think?
I think so.
Yes, it can be done, and I have done it with intermediate students, yes, second, third year students in the career. So it's interesting, students get motivated, so it's a good activity, depending, of course, on this background knowledge of your students. Okay, so the next activity is another group activity, and here is where you start working in groups because you need to prepare a class plan. But this is the very first seed. Estamos plantando una semilla, primera. Remember, this task needs to be finished by the beginning of October. And then we will have or second week of October, we can have that flexibility. And then there is a micro teaching based on an activity from this lesson plan. So we will go step by step, but we need to work every week towards accomplishing the lesson plan in a format that you will see. At the beginning, we need to have a look at the bases curriculares. I do not know whether you have seen them for the other modules, in the other modules. We have from quinto grado básico, yes, 5th grade to secondary school. We have the official ones. And then we have, these are proposals from 1st grade to 4th grade. But they give us a lot of information in Spanish, yes, in regards units and objectives, yes. Objetivos de aprendizaje or learning outcomes. And also some materials, some activities. They have lots of suggestions. Then there was a prioritization, you will see now in the website. This last year, 2020 and 2021, because of the pandemic. And so they made a prioritization, so they prioritized some contents to be taught in schools in different grades. So that as in regards information. So we are going to see an example. So you can access in those links. We're going to see an example. Okay, where is this? Okay, 4th grade. Yes, this is 4th grade at the level of proposal. And here we have the units. So these are the 4 units in Spanish. And then we have the objectives. Remember that last semester we learned to write basic objectives in which we focused on a topic, we focused on a content, some topic, we focused on language or vocabulary content and knowledge. Remember, if we were talking about teaching a verb tense or a specific vocabulary. And we could also focus on skills. Yes, if this, if the students were going to work speaking, listening, reading, or writing. So these objetivos, these objectives or learning outcomes are also divided into skills. Sí, tenemos todos estos objetivos de aprendizaje divididos en skills. They also focus on understanding, yes, on general comprehension, but you have here reading, you have writing, speaking, and listening. In another order, I think you have reading, listening, speaking, and writing. You will discover them, yes? Okay. So in the different topics, of course, these objectives are given in a basic form. We need to reorganize them according to the demands of language in English. So for example, can you see? Can you see what I have just opened? Okay, here. So here we have, this is understanding text. Yes. So this is understanding text and specific vocabulary. Yes. We need to add something in English, focusing, yes, on what we want them to understand. So the text, so the format, the different formats, yes, and probably focusing on some kind of vocabulary that is specific in English. In this case, it would be emotions. Okay. So we always need to have, we will have the basics. ¿Sí? En estos objetivos tenemos la base. Nosotros los tenemos que reacomodar para agregarle esa sección de aprendizaje de inglés. Y eso es lo que nosotros ponemos en nuestros planes. Ustedes lo hicieron básicamente, pero lo vamos a seguir practicando. Okay, if we click on any other, this is reading. Yes, so everything in reference to reading. Yes, and then also speaking, some kind of production. Yes, and they express feelings. Yes, quantity and other knowledge they have from previous grades. Here by the end, we have writing. Okay, I need to refresh. So here by the end, we have writing. Yes, so they write words from vocabulary, some sentences, according to what we need them to know. Okay. So these are not very difficult, not very far away from what we did last year at a very basic level. It doesn't matter, we are building up one brick on the other. The important thing is that you get to know these documents, learn how to access them. Sometimes you will need to adapt what you want to teach, because here the learning outcomes are very general, yes? So you need to adapt them, but it's not difficult. We will always be discussing and you will always be having feedback. So what are the groups going to do? So these are the groups working together, pairs that you will be working with. And you will decide on a grade. The first one is to decide one grade. Yes, from first to sixth. Then you will decide on a unit and choose an objective. Yes, this learning outcome that I showed you. Here, you will need to think of the activities or games to be developed in different moments of the class. And now we will think of the different moments of the class. At the beginning, we talked about the warm-up, which can be done at the very, very beginning to prepare students, we said. But then we also need to divide the class in different moments. So at the very, very beginning, which is the very first, so a warm-up, yes, to prepare students, yes, to get them thinking in English. These different moments of the class can have different names according to different authors, but what do we know from Spanish? What have you seen in other modules? What is the first common section of the class? How is it called?
Inicio.
Yes, and how is it in English? Vanessa?
Beginning.
Or the introduction. Yes, the introduction. Introduction. So there you discuss specific topics. What do you think goes in the introduction or after the introduction? First of all, what comes later, afterwards? What do we do in the middle of the class? What's the name of that section of the class? Even in Spanish?
Develop.
Yes, exactly, Phoebe. Development. Yes, come on. Wonderful. And by the end?
Finish it.
Closure.
Closure, conclusion. Yes. Closure or conclusion. Okay, yes. So that would be when you round up the class. Excellent. So we said that the warm-up at the very beginning, some authors also talk about the warm-up here in the middle of these two, but that's okay, it depends on the style, but taking that the warm-up is just to bring the attention, prepare the students, yes, to work in English, we can do it at the very beginning. It's very short, some short speaking, listening activities, just to call the attention of students, get them thinking in English, prepare them to speak and to work with English. Preparation. Okay, so that would be mainly to facilitate, to prepare, we said at the beginning. Then the introduction, what do you think? Do you need to include in an introduction in the class? Class on that we were seeing the example, emotions. That example from 4th grade. You need to prepare just what comes to your head. What do you need to do in an introduction section? Moment, introductory moment. We will see next class. We will keep on discussing. But what are your ideas? Your previous ideas? Emotions.
Introduce the activity or introduce the class topic.
Yes, yes, introduction. Yes, topic, activities, and what else do we need to introduce for students to understand? So we're talking about emotions. That first unit we saw there in 4th grade. What do we need?
Demonstrations, show them, imagine.
But something basic. We cannot do anything without this. A
Board?
building block. Yes, what? What did you say?
Board, whiteboard.
No, those are elements.
Blackboard.
No. This is a
Notebook?
building. No, not elements. No. What do we need to do any activity on any topic, on any unit we choose? What do students need?
Instruction.
Instructions, yes, and yes, general instructions. And we cannot do this. We cannot do anything without this. So all of this is related to this very important element. It's a building block. We saw it yesterday in a video. We talked about that in the class yesterday. And you need to do a task. What were you talking about? You need to talk about emotions or celebrations or sports. What do you need? At the very beginning of the class, when you introduce the topic and the activities. Girls, ¿qué necesitamos para trabajar en cualquier tema? We come back to the bases, okay? So how do you feel? This is the first unit. Yeah, pardon?
The objective.
Yes, yes, objectives. But what do we need? Mhm. We are talking about emotions. No podemos hacer ninguna clase sin esto, nada. Nada de lo que estamos haciendo tampoco podríamos. So they need to express feelings, ability, objects. What do we need, girls?
The language. And
Language. We need language.
Ah.
Yes. Oh, we need vocabulary. Does it sound? Does it ring a bell? ¿Se acuerdan de vocabulary, girls? Do we need that? Language, vocabulary. Yes, and you do it. You do it every day. It's so obvious, but this is the work of the teacher. Nothing is obvious. We need to work and think of the obvious. ¿Sí? Se vuelve tan obvio que necesitamos lengua y vocabulario que no lo expresamos. Pero este es el trabajo del profesor. El profesor está pensando en todos los detalles, de construir ese conocimiento. ¿Sí? Sin palabras, nuestros estudiantes no van a poder hacer nada, de ningún tema. Okay, so after starting with the topic, we're introducing vocabulary, and we did this in the activity last semester. So you know it. It's so obvious that we don't see it. Okay, then in the development, remember when you were doing the activity, you just do normally. What do you do in the development?
develop the activities.
Yes, exactly. It's related to activities. Yes, to activities, development. You continue working with the vocabulary, that vocabulary you introduced with skills. Yes, activities development, that includes everything. Yes, vocabulary, activities, everything you do. And in the closure, just in general, we will see more in detail, but just focusing on the first.
Feedback.
Feedback, yes, but before feedback, what do we do? Feedback will be at the end when I say, okay, girls, you worked wonderfully well. This is why that's my feedback. Keep on working like this. But before, what do we do? Remember, always before we finish, what do we do? This section of the class.
Time for reflection.
Yes, you reflect, you do this meta-analysis, yes, of what you learned, or what you did, or what you shared with others, yes. Reflection, meta-analysis. Yes, remember meta-analysis, you analyze more than just what it is there, obvious, yes. Entonces hacer un meta-análisis, analizar el trasfondo de las tareas de la actividad, qué se aprendió, qué se acuerdan. Yes, meta-análisis. Okay. Okay, we will see in detail, do not worry, but just to prepare you. Yes, you know this, you know you need to express this. Yes, you just need to get to express this, but we will see one by one. The first task for you, and you will have a short period of time, we keep on going, remember, but just to think at the list of one activity that you will mention there in the task to complete the task today. I need to go back to the task to show you. You will decide on the grade, then you will decide on the unit. Okay, and you will think of an activity that is listening and speaking for the introduction. So let us keep it simple, and we will little by little work on those ideas to complete a class, to complete the planning of a class. Okay, so this is the task again. And you're here. So you're choosing the grade, you choose a unit, just as the example I gave you, grade 4, unit 1, emotions. You choose an objective, it can be, you have comprehension, you have reading, you saw reading, speaking, listening and writing. And think of activities or games. At this moment, you're listening, you're working with listening and speaking. And let us focus on the introduction, which is the presentation of the unit. And as we said, yes, as we said before, as we were discussing, we're presenting the topic. Yes, introduction. What are we presenting in the introduction? I will send you this again, these annotations. Introduction, what do we present in the introduction? We said the topic. What else are you presenting your students after the topic?
Activities.
Before the activities? This word that was very important, Phoebe. Which was it? We have just said it.
Language, vocabulary.
Vocabulary, yes, vocabulary. Since language is very general, we talk about vocabulary, and the activity, one activity, yes? One activity, yes? And then in general, you do instructions for the whole class, but let us keep that you're presenting an activity to introduce this topic that you choose from, yes? And you will express it here, yes? You will copy the objective, copy from the bases, yes? And then we will rearrange them, yes? We will work with those examples, your annotations here, just to develop the lesson plan, yes? To start developing the lesson plan, next class. Phoebe, we work in groups now. You can take some minutes, but we need to finish. Yes, remember it's already 5 o'clock. So let us take advantage to finish this and talk in 10 minutes or in 15 minutes to put together your ideas. But tell me if you understood what you have to do. See? Okay, girls, welcome back. Anyone who wants to start? You're welcome.
Compartir lo que acabamos de hacer.
Yes, Phoebe, please. Show your grade, your object, your grade, unit, objective.
Bueno, yo lo copié al menos todo en español, no importa.
Sí, en español, luego veremos en inglés cómo los vamos.
Sí.
Remember.
Escogimos segundo básico, unidad 4, Delicious Food.
Ajá.
Este es el objetivo 11,
Ajá.
que nos enfocamos que tuviera el listening y speaking.
Yes.
Y recién escogimos la actividad de la introducción.
Ajá, entonces tenemos diálogos, interaction, pero este es bien general, habíamos dicho. Lo A es bien general, participar en diálogos, interacciones, exposiciones muy breves. Yeah, son varias opciones. Ok, the activity is, en grupo de 4 juegan con un dado que tiene sentimientos
Escritos en cada lado.
Pero este es sobre food, girls.
De hecho, es bastante raro los recursos que salen porque también sale sobre animales. Entonces,
ok.
Sale animales, cosas de la casa, comida.
Sí, pero,
sale.
Bueno, pero por eso, porque es general para muchos temas, por eso tienen que adaptarlo a food. Por ejemplo, podría ser I like, sí, puede ser de sentimiento, I like, o de gustos, podría ser.
¿Qué, profe? En el nombre de la unidad, o sea, la unidad dice que se llama Delicious Food, pero en la descripción decía que hablaba de comida y de sentimientos en la misma unidad.
Ajá, ok. Por eso, en la actividad la adaptemos para los sentimientos, digamos, referido a los gustos, a lo que les gusta y lo que no les gusta.
Ya.
Ujú. Puede ser I like, I don't like. Y podría ser I feel happy when I eat, pero es I feel sad in winter. Estoy viendo tipo de oraciones. I feel happy when I eat.
Bueno, y
Ujú, podría ser la unión de los temas. Okay.
ya.
So you have to pay attention there to vocabulary and you have syntax, un poco de sintaxis,
Ok.
el presente simple para I like, I don't like, I feel happy when. Okay. All right.
Entonces,
Excellent. Sí, perfect, girls. Perfect. Y luego nosotros vamos adaptando, como yo les había dicho, para unir no tan solo el tema general, sino, habíamos dicho, específicamente lo que vamos a enseñar en esa clase. Si vamos a enseñar el vocabulario o si no vamos a focalizar, sino en la estructura de la oración. We are going to decide, yes, as you prepare your lesson plan. Excellent, girls. Excellent. We have the beginning. Well done, well done. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's feedback. Well done, girls. Well done. Any other would like to share? It doesn't matter the level, if you have completed the activity or not. Just to share. ¿Alguien más quiere compartir? Si damos feedback.
With Paola, we just have an idea and we just talk about it to get.
Yes, which idea is that? Which idea is that? Which grade?
Second,
Second grade unit?
we
Unit 5
5.
or not jobs.
Which is the unit? Which is the name, the topic, the main topic?
es que
Or not
estamos
bad.
como en una como encrucijada entre comillas porque
Ajá. Crossroads.
vimos como los textos que tiene en de segundo año y en los textos aparecen como 8 unidades.
No nos coincide como la unidad con el objetivo.
Ajá, ok.
Y en la página de Currículum Nacional solamente presenta 4 unidades, entonces...
Yes, 4 units, yes. Let us concentrate. So this is second grade. Which one would you like to do? If you think...
Ya, entonces solamente se pueden de esas 4. Una de esas 4.
Yes, or...
De las 4 primeras.
Special. Yes, ¿quieren otra especial? Any other special unit? Okay. What do you think? Which other units could you see in your website? ¿Me muestran qué otras
no
unidades?
nos salía así, profe.
Ajá, ok, show me. Hola.
Al tiro. Aparece este.
Check there or check, yes, check the website again, decide on a unit. Yes, and you have plenty of objectives. Yes, and they dedicate to different areas, no? General understanding, listening, reading, speaking, and writing. Remember, you will be focusing on listening and speaking for the introduction of this class. Okay, anyone else? So you have there some ideas to decide. Any other?
Con Daphne teacher,
Yes.
we have another idea related
Another idea.
with 5th grade.
5th grade.
A ver, voy a compartir.
5th grade, yes.
Y recién estamos como viendo la actividad introductoria.
Okay.
Quinto básico de la unidad 1, Mi Mundo, se llama, My World. Y el OA1 dice escuchar y demostrar comprensión de información explícita en textos adaptados y auténticos simples. Aquí, como hablábamos delante, ya no iba a ser solamente una palabra.
No. Ya hay
Y por lo
texto.
que nos fijamos, nos llamó la atención esto, como que los niños conozcan las partes de la casa, por
Yes,
ejemplo,
parts
bathroom,
of the
y qué
house.
objetos
Yeah.
hay dentro de esa parte de la casa. Por ejemplo,
Yes,
en la pieza
exactly.
está la cama,
Mhm.
en el jardín, flores, no
Yes,
sé.
exactly. Ese fue uno de los temas tratados por los chicos en tercer año en práctica. Así que, yes, that's absolutely right.
Está bien entonces.
Perfect. So como yo les decía, les da mucha amplitud del objetivo general y ahí nosotros nos focalizamos en lo que nosotros necesitamos específicamente, ¿sí? Si es la casa, es el vocabulario de la casa. Se puede introducir específico vocabulario, pero ya los estudiantes de quinto año tienen pequeñas conocimientos escuetos de sintaxis, oraciones cortas, simples.
Sí, por ejemplo, el que digan, this is my house, yo creo que eso...
This is
y
my,
no sé, por
yes.
ejemplo, presentarles y decirle ya, here is my... Ahí sería otra oración, por cierto. Here is
Yes, my house. Yes, my
right.
bathroom.
Así como
There
que ellos
is,
dan-
there are. Yes, in the bathroom there
sí,
is a shower. Yes, exactly.
ya. Esos serían como las oraciones o textos adaptados.
Yes, that would be the syntax. The basic syntax they know. Basic sentences, simple sentences. ¿Sí? Un sujeto, verbo, objeto. Verb to be.
Ellos ya lo
Básicamente.
saben ocupar el verbo to be.
Sí, lo deben conocer. Yes.
Ya, sí, porque la Dana me decía como tipo daily routine.
Ese
¿no?
sería otro. Sí, hay también, pero es otra unidad.
Ya.
We saw in 6. Los objetivos priorizados estaban en sexto y séptimo.
Ya.
According to my experience. Okay, great girls. Wonderful. So you keep on thinking. So that's the vocabulary. So remember, you are always introducing the activity, the topic and the vocabulary you need, and then the activity. If you want them to describe something, remember, everything we have been discussing class by class. We need to exchange information. Yes, we need to organize a communicative activity in which students communicate something about their houses, something new, yes, about their houses. It's your decision, but go back to everything we have been discussing, yes. And in every class, you have a little help to support your decision. ¿Sí? Cada clase hay un granito de arena to decide, yes. Remember, ¿se acuerdan los tipos de actividades? Actividades de comunicación, actividades auténticas de intercambio de información, actividades metalingüísticas de análisis de la lengua. Do not forget them, yes. Okay, and then everything we have been discussing, the consideration, what you need to consider when you start an activity, previous knowledge, age of students, interest, level of proficiency, everything we have been discussing in class. Okay, so we are a little bit late. So remember, we complete this task and upload it for feedback, and we keep on going after next week, which is a free week. So in time for reflection, do you have what did you learn today? Anything?
About activities of warm-up.
Yes, warm-up activities. They will go at the beginning, we said at the very, very beginning, to prepare our students. And then we can have the introduction to our topic, yes, to the topic of our class. Yes, perfect. To prepare students to learn. I think in relationship to other tasks, you have task 2 completed, yes, and you have uploaded your infographic, your graphic organizer, which I am commenting to, and now you finish completing task 3, you almost have it. You have everything. If you don't have it in your document, you have it in this PPT that you can download. And complete task 3 and upload it to the task I'm going to create. And then you just have to relax next week and come back with renewed energy. Yes. Do you have any questions?
No yet.
No,
Okay.
profe,
Yes, yes.
consulta. ¿Nos puede enviar el link que nos mostró a mí ya Vanessa? Del
Ajá.
currículum. Es que
Ajá.
solamente nos carga de quinto básico hacia adelante, no nos carga.
Pero
Okay,
está
you
en el
need,
Word.
está en el Word. Do you need, which grade do you need? We have it here.
Ok.
Grade 2. Ese está en el grado 2. Grado
Yes.
segundo. All right, grade 2. Okay, sometimes my computer is playing funny, you see, it's playing funny, but I will send it to you.
Thank you.
Or I can send a group of, this is the new computer, which is not responding to my requests. Okay, so a las 6, chicas, voy a estar yo conectada. Si ustedes van a hacer ahora un tecito, yo estoy conectada, yes? Just take your time, have something to drink. I will share this in the chat and I will see you at 6.
Le puedo mostrar al tiro porque
Yes.
tengo que hacer algo.
Ahora, okay, we finish this and you can start. So if you don't have any other question about this topic, girls, I will see you in 2 weeks. Yes?
Okay.
Okay, see you. Big kiss, girls, take care. See you
See you
soon.
later.
See you later.